Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to study the lexical analysis, which is also known as scanner. Before going in detail, let me give the brief introduction of lexical analysis. The main job of lexical analyzer is to read the source code and identify the meaningful words called lexemes and convert them into tokens and pass these tokens to the next phase called syntax analyzer. Let us go in detail with the slides. The agenda of today's presentation. What is lexical analysis? Lexemes and tokens. Working of the lexical analyzer. We'll see the functions of the lexical analyzer, symbol table, internal structure, common tokens, lexical errors, advantages of lexical analysis, Viva questions, and we'll end up with the summary. What is lexical analysis? Lexical analysis is the first phase of the compiler. It reads the source program character by character and groups the characters into a meaningful sequence called lexemes and converts them into a tokens. In simple words, the lexical analyzer acts like a translator between source compiler, which acts like a translator. Let's understand by seeing this diagram. First, the programmer writes the source code. The lexical analyzer reads the source code one character at a time. It identifies the valid words and symbol. It generates the token. It identifies the identifier and stores in the symbol table invalid character identified and error messages pop up. And the token is sent to the syntax analyzer for further process. I hope you guys got this clear idea. What are lexemes? Lexemes are actual sequence of character found in the source program. The program contains several words. The actual words are called lexemes. For example, the source code int total equals a plus 20 semicolon. The lexemes are int total equals a 20 and semicolon. What are tokens? A tokens is a category or type assigned to a lexeme. Now the lexeme analyzer converts the each lexeme into a tokens. Int keyword total identifier assignment operator equals identifier a plus arithmetic operator 20 number semicolon. This is the example. Int sum equals a plus 10 and the token is written like this, the plain text. The keyword identifier assignment operator identifier plus operator numbers semicolon, everything is written in the capital letters and comma, and next lexemes. This is all lexemes. Working of lexical analyzer. the source code given to the lexical analysis. The source code given to the lexical analysis. From there, it makes the lexemes, then tokens, then it is given to the symbol table, then it is given to the syntax analyzer. I hope you got the brief idea. Next, we'll move on to the major function of lexical analyzer. Input reads the input. The lexical analyzer reads the source program character by character. Here, for example, you can see I is one character, N is one character, T is one character, X is one character, equal is one character, 5 is one character, semicolon is one character. Removes the white space. Like spaces is removed, tabs is removed, new line is removed. You can see the example, and after remove, you can see the how the code is written. Removes the comments. Removes or ignores comments. Lexical analyzers generates the tokens. We can see here. Float marks, keyword, comma float, identifier, comma marks, semicolon, comma semicolon. Detects lexical errors. For example, int at value. At is invalid character, so that lexical analyzer generates the error. Another example, 12ABC. Invalid identifier, because identifier cannot start with number. Maintenance of symbol table stores the identifiers for future compiler phases. Int, count, float, total. We'll see the symbol table. This is the symbol table, identifier, type, and the count is an identifier, total is an identifier, and the type is int and float. This is how it is stored in the symbol table. Input and output you can see here. For example, int a equals 20. The output is, the keyword is int, id is a, assigning is equals, number is 20, semicolon is semicolon. This is how the token has been written. The internal structure. So source program given to the lexical analysis. So here character by character it will read and it create the lexeme. Then token will be generated. And it is given to the symbol table to store identifiers, stores if error occurs. If error occurs. And common token types. Keyword int if while, identifier x total sum, number 10, numerical values, operator, all the arithmetic operator, assignment operator equals, relational operator, greater than, lesser than, greater than or equals to, logical operator, and or, delimitation, colon, braces, common bracket and flower bracket. Lexical errors, invalid characters, heart symbol, we already saw in the previous slide. Heart is considered as invalid symbol, invalid character. 12 because invalid identifier, because identifier cannot start with number. String not closed. Not closed. This is the illegal symbol hash, which is not allowed. The advantages of lexical analysis. Lexical analysis helps for faster compilation. It simplifies the syntax, analyzes and detects the error, removes the unnecessary spaces, comments, tabs, and organizes the identifier using a symbol table. Real life analogy. Imagine reading a sentence. I love compiler design. Before understanding the meaning, we first separate the sentence into the words. Similarly, the lexical analyzer separates the program into a meaningful units called tokens. Before the parser checks whether the sentence follows the grammar rules. Because parser is a second phase. Before that only, the lexical analyzer will separate the words and it will check the meaning. This is all the Viva question. What is lexical analysis? Why is lexical analysis the first phase of the compiler? What is the difference between a lexeme and the token? What is the role of the symbol table in the lexical analysis? What types of errors are detected by the lexical analyzer? Why are comments and white spaces removed? What is the output of the lexical analyzer? What are the main functions of a lexical analyzer? Give an example of the token generation. How does the lexical analyzer interacts with the syntax analyzer? Please try to solve all this. If you get any doubts, please post the question in the comment box so that I can summary. Lexical analysis is the first phase of the compiler that scans the source code, converts the character sequence into a tokens. Lexical analysis removes white space and commands. Lexical analyzer detects lexical errors. Lexical analyzer updates the symbol table and sends the token stream to the syntax analyzer. Thank you for watching. Any questions, please do ask. Please post your question in the comment box so that I can respond. Thank you.